And here's the demo for station 4, okay, dealing with a balloon and static electricity and water, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I gotta build a charge upon this balloon so that it has static. I don't know if you guys ever did this before, but if you rub it on your head, all right, in your hair, you can build up charge in it, all right? Basically, I'm just adding electrons or whatever. And here we have a stream of water. We're going to see if this will affect it. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that. You know what? I didn't get enough charge. So I'm going to get a piece of silk, a silk scarf, and I'm going to rub it on here to get really good charge, all right? So I can show you guys, so you can see from home. And if I do that, can you guys see that? It is bending towards it. All right. All right. A little bit more, just to make it a little bit more obvious. A little hard to see. Bend this down just a little bit. And then it's bending towards it. Okay. Goes back. It bends towards it. So that's the effect. All right. Make of it what you will. Hi, and now I'm going to show you again for lesson 3 in unit 1. So looking at properties of water and looking at, trying to answer the question, why is water so special? If you're unable to do this part in class, I just wanted to show you something. This is actually for step 5. Okay, this is for step 5, which is trying to figure out can different liquids dissolve stuff like water can dissolve? Because that's one of the properties we talked about that water apparently has, is that it's a good solvent. It can dissolve things. So what I have here is some water, okay? Actually, water here and here, sorry. So we have 2 things of water and 2 things of oil, okay? Just very old mineral oil, all right? And so I have some both sugar and salt. And in any experiment, you want to make sure you try to keep things as equal as possible, the same as possible. So I have 40 milliliters of the liquid in each one of these beakers. So the equal amount of liquids, all right? And I'm going to try and put, first of all, sugar. I'm going to measure out just a level teaspoon into the water and a level teaspoon into the oil. And I'm going to stir up with the water. Stir, 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 stir. Okay. And all right, looking at that. And then try to stir up in the oil. Stir, 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 to try and get it to dissolve. And for the sugar, looking at there, the sugar did in fact dissolve in the water. And in the oil, though, it is still hanging out on the bottom. So the sugar did not dissolve in the oil. Well, let's take a look at salt now. Or actually, sorry, that was salt. No, that was sugar. Okay, so now let's do the same thing with salt, okay? So with salt, again, we want to take a level thing there, put that in the water, and a level thing there, put that in there, and stir it up in the water. And stir, 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 stir. Fun part of science. Not really. Stir, stir, stir. All right. And that, and then in the so we have the oil here, and this is the water. All right, stir, 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 stir. Water, 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 water. Stir, 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 stir. All right, so, and make sure everything's good. And it looks like when we are done in the water, a little bit cloudy, but it is, it looks like it's dissolved. Whereas in here, all right, the oil, it's still all down on the bottom. As much as I stirred there, did not dissolve. So it looks like the oil did not dissolve either the sugar or the salt, whereas the water looked like it dissolved both. All right, so make whatever conclusion from that as you will. And what I'm going to show you right now is if you're unable to conduct this in class, or were not here for when I demonstrated this, this is going to be for the Search for Life Lesson 3 and for station number 6, talking about conductivity. Okay, so what I have here is a conductivity tester. It's a little light bulb that has a couple of probes sticking down. And when anything that can conduct electricity connects to 2, the light bulb goes on. Okay, now, first thing we're going to look at is pure water. Okay, and what I got here is some pure water. And everybody knows that water conducts electricity, right? So here we go. And the first, wait a second. I thought water conducted electricity. Let's, no, it's still working. So it looks like water does not, in fact, conduct electricity. That's crazy. All right. I wonder if we put stuff in it, because, most water is not just pure water. Most water, like stuff that comes out of our tap, that we drink and stuff like that, it actually has a bunch of stuff dissolved in it. Like when you're making, Kool-Aid or something like that, it has stuff in it. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take some stuff and try to dissolve it in there. So like what I got here is some sugar. All right. And we're going to try and put a little bit of sugar in there and stir it up. Make sure it dissolves. And no, sugar does not work. All right. Well, what about salt? All right. I mean, sugar is made up of sugar molecules, but salt is made up of ions. All right. Metallic ions like sodium ion and so forth. So if we take some salt and we put that in there, voila, it does, in fact, now conduct electricity, okay? So the water with salt dissolved in it does conduct electricity, all right? And but what about tap water? Just normal, everyday tap water. Well, let me fill that up. So here we have some lovely tap water. And I know tap water does have ions and stuff in it. They put like chloride ions, for example, a small amount of chloride ions in our drinking water to help protect us from waterborne diseases like cholera and things like that. So this does, in fact, conduct electricity. So the water that comes out of our tap, out of our showers and things like that, that does conduct electricity because it has things dissolved in it. Not just any things, but apparently ions or whatever are important. And I'm going to try like a different liquid. This one is some acetone, which is one of the liquids that we're looking at. Acetone is the main ingredient in nail polish remover. Okay, if you've ever seen that. So we're going to see if acetone can conduct electricity, and it does not. Okay, so pure water, acetone. I can even try like mineral oil. I'm not going to do it because it's all messy. Those do not conduct electricity. What does, though, is if you take water and you dissolve stuff in it. Well, let's see if acetone, if we can dissolve some salt in it, because the sugar we know doesn't work. Let's see if acetone could work like water, and try some salt in it. No. Okay. Just in case, let me stir it up and see if that will go, and it does not. Okay. So there's something, I guess, kooky about water that it does when you have the salt dissolved in it. All righty. So there's the data for question number 6, dealing with conductivity. All righty.